And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlow with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. A special treat for our viewers tonight. One-time league MVP Shaquille O'Neal is in the house and with us courtside. Shaq, great to see you.
Kevin, you know I love your voice. That didn't even sound right when you said that. One-time league MVP.
That does not sound right, does it?
It should be 3.
How can that be?
I think
because they stole it from me twice and gave it to the great Steve Nash. But anyway, it's good to be here, guys. I just love you guys. I just wanted to say that on national TV.
How about
one-time league MVP?
At the worst, co-MVP.
I mean,
right?
the most dominant player ever with only one MVP.
That makes no sense. And here's what the Cavaliers' schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando. And then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Osman outside at 3 with Nance down at the power forward spot. And it's Drummond in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Markelle Fultz out there with Evan Fournier. And it's Bacon in at the 3. Here's Fultz. Shaq, no surprise the importance of leadership to a winning basketball team. Some lead vocally, some lead by example. Who do you regard as the best leaders in the NBA?
Let's see, Steph Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Something like that, yes.
Yes,
a lot of vowels.
LeBron James, Chris Paul, and, Damian Lillard up important. Jimmy Butler in Miami. That's probably a leader on every team.
And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Outside Fournier. Sinks the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Garland with it. Pass to Osman. Pass to Drummond. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And that strength of Drummond at times can be overwhelming. Awesome at staying with his shot, even when the pressure is on.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. On the free throw, no good.
One of the things you're most known for, Shaq, your destruction of backboards. were you ever trying to bring down the backboard, or did it just happen?
Well, I had a lot of force, I just wanted to bring it down. I think the game that comes to mind was playing against the New Jersey Nets. And Dwayne Shinsis was trying to guard me one-on-one, and I just took it personal. I was actually trying to rip it down, and it happened naturally.
First time that had happened to you?
No.
What was the first time? How old were you in the first backboard you brought down?
First time was in high school, probably 17 years old.
No kidding.
Actually, in front of my house, I have a broken rim tree.
Oh, do you?
I know you don't believe me. I'm going to show you. You believe me?
Of course. Who am I not to believe you?
I'm going to show you.
All right. He's going to look it up on his phone. Isn't that nice? He can just bring a little history up to us.
That's a gorilla I just bought.
Did you see
and
that?
right there, look, broken rim tree. See it?
Oh, my God. That is. Yeah. Oh, that's.
So I broke 7 rims. So I got 7 rims on the tree. That's
how funny is that?
Hey, don't be swiping too far now.
I don't want to swipe. It might get swiped. Yeah. I don't want to. Is this at the house here?
Yeah. That's the gorilla I bought.
Where you get it at?
Discount furniture. He was just sitting there looking pretty. So I went in there with the guy. I was like, hey, how much is gorilla? He was trying to be big time. I probably wouldn't sell it. If I was to sell it, I'd sell it for $4,000. I was like, okay. No problem. There you go.
He goes, it's all yours.
And they have a dinosaur. I'm thinking about going to pick him up tomorrow. Anyway, too much force for the backboard.
Here's Sexton. Following the basket by Evan Fournier. Nance, no good.
Well, after nailing the first 4 shots of the game, some relief for the defense. They finally missed one.
Of course, you know as well as anyone, Shaq, mental toughness is a gigantic asset in this league. You look at today's players, and there are some that appear to be unfazed by pressure.
I call this the frown and the smile. There's one guy that smiles a lot when you try to pressure him. That's Luka Doncic. He'll hit you with a move, shoot the jumper in your face, hit you with a smile. Then there's the frown. Kawhi Leonard could do the same thing, but he'll hit a big shot, and he won't give you no expression. The frown and the smile, Kevin. The frown and the smile. Reminds me of Ernie and Kenny up there.
Here's Fournier following the basket by Colin Sexton. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, it was a completely one-sided season series, and that was no surprise to anyone. This first game between them should give us an idea if they're on a little more even ground this season.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. And they always say great offense beats great defense, but let's give those elite defenders their due. Shaq, who stands out as the best defensive players in your mind in the league right now?
Well, I got 3 names. First, since I'm a big guy, let's go with the big guys. Rudy Gobert, a.k.a. the Stifle Tower. See, that's his bread and butter. You talk about defense. Then you got to go to, that's the claw, Kawhi Leonard. Always going to be on that list. And I got to throw in Jimmy Butler. He never backs down from anyone.
Can you make that noise one more time? Is that like a bird or something like that?
Yeah. Hawk. Oh, you know what? You have the job. I like that.
Well, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Out of bounds, Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
On defense, the Cavaliers, they lead by 4. 1:37 left here in the first quarter. Passes it to Okeke. 4 on the clock, over Wade. And it's Wade with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now Garland. 8 points his last outing. Anthony with the defensive effort.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going. Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And he gets the bucket. Cavaliers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. Here's Exum, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
For Cleveland, they have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. And he knocks down the first one.
Gosh. Nobody put a trophy system over there yet?
No, it's halftime now.
Why that shit feels so hectic?
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Magic?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
And here's Exum, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Cleveland, they've got Exum. He's out there with Colin Sexton, and it's Wade in at the 4. Jack, when you played, you had an incredible presence in the media. Jack, if you had social media back then, what might have been different?
Well, for me, I would have loved to have a direct communication with the fans. No misquotes. Big Aristotle's been misquoted a lot. I don't think they understand my genius. See, to me, E equals MC squared. You don't know what I mean. Anyway, I admit I could have been a distraction that time, but hey, who cares?
That's good from Exum. Exum hits them both. And it's Carter Williams with the ball for the Orlando Magic, trailing by 2. Pass to Ross. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Jack, everyone knows how dominant you were in the offensive end, but do you think you get enough credit for what you did on the defensive side of things?
Well, first of all, Mr. Kevin Harlan, I'm not known for defense, even though I was a 3-time all-defensive second team.
I knew that.
It's a reason I'm on second team. I am not worried about playing defense. However, I averaged 3 or more block shots twice in my career.
Yeah. And that's a pretty good number, isn't it?
Huh? Good enough to get you 4.
And you could argue that his best defense was his offense.
Sure, exactly.
You can steal that one too.
I am.
How many of that do you have? Like 5 of those now,
3.
right?
I got 3.
Okay, good. Anthony against Sexton. we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
The Cavaliers shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Drummond's checked in for the Cavaliers. Osman comes in for Dante Exum. That's good from McGee.
And they struggled a bit at the line in the first quarter, but they have been terrific in the second, up to almost 85% overall.
Shaq, we all know it would happen for you. First ballot Hall of Famer. What's it been like joining that incredible group, that historic company?
Well, I just say I'm both proud and humble, and it's something I couldn't have imagined growing up. And I can remember my first taste of confidence was a guy named Kevin Harlan. I was in Kansas City at the McDonald's All-American game. Nobody really knew who the kid from Texas was. I said, I got to make a name for myself. I took it coast to coast and threw it down. And then I looked at you and you were going crazy. I didn't know what you were saying, but then when I got home, my dad had recorded on VHS in that lovely voice, Shaquille O'Neal taking it. I was like, man, I love that voice. And here we are again. I don't know how many years that is. I don't want to show our age.
It's a long time, isn't it? Yes.
I'm here because of you. Thank you.
I remember it. Galloping O'Neal down the court.
Yes.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball, following the miss by Evan Fournier. 5 on the clock. Tries again. Got a piece of it. McGee up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Fournier passes to Vucevic. And he knocks down the jumper. Jack, you always play with a lot of passion. Is it possible to play with so much fire that gets the best out of you? And if so, who in the league sometimes crosses that line and has too much of whatever that is inside that drives your passion?
You know, Greg, when we were playing, there was only one guy, Kevin Garnett. But now in this era, you got to go with Russell Westbrook, Draymond Green, and Kyrie Irving.
And it's Osman missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Now here's Fournier. Not a lot of room. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Here's Dotson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. That's a 2 from Sexton. Orlando grabs the miss. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
Now here's Fultz after the miss from JaVale McGee. Outside Fournier. Lets it go.